So this week I wanted to do a Q&A, so let's do it. So yeah, a lot of you responded to my story on Instagram and sent me your questions, so now I will read them and answer them to the best of my ability. Nefarious Nitwit asks, what made you want to start sub-teaching? Would you ever consider becoming a full-time teacher? Apart from the pay, I've always loved teaching. There's nothing quite like the feeling of having someone in a state of confusion and then seeing the light bulb light up above their head and being like, yes, I did that. Would I ever consider becoming a full-time teacher? If music and acting don't work out, then I will become a teacher. Steph Pals asks, what is your favorite food now that you're vegan? Steph, I'm no longer vegan. I occasionally have sushi. It's either curry or a really bomb spicy tuna roll. Explorer Eve asks, what is your IQ? And are you pescatarian, vegetarian, vegan, or all of the above? I don't know my IQ, and I don't go by any labels, so that's that. Shalila Burin asks, who are your dietary gurus? I just take a little bit from everyone because everyone is a master in his or her own right. 1776 Mac asks, have you looked into intermittent fasting? I have, and I think fasting is super healthy for you. It's just that when I was on intermittent fasting, I was losing so much muscle mass. I think I was losing a lot of muscle mass because I'm Hawaiian/Filipino as well as white and Japanese. So my genes naturally want to keep me very skinny so I can climb coconut trees and run on the beach. But I think it's important to fast maybe once or twice a year at least, because when your body isn't preoccupied with food, I've read that the cells begin to clean themselves out. So it's an important process of purging yourself. Miriam Janahi asks, not a question, but you are cool and I look up to you. Thanks, Miriam. Cyberfricker asks, do you have someone take your Instagram photos or do you shoot and edit them yourself?
I do it all myself. I'm independent.
I do this a lot. Charliza asks, do you like oranges? They're cool. Lil Youngblood 21 asks, is it a struggle when lifting weights for the first time, your muscles start to hurt and are sore? Dude, not just the first time, every single time. It's the whole point. Every time you walk in that gym, your goal is to break yourself down. Break yourself down! And that is when Will realized going to the gym was a metaphor for life. Aishwari Ade asks, what was 17-year-old you like? Ashley Pika Pika asks, what are some major changes that you've made to your lifestyle? What are the benefits you've reaped from them? Well, if you're talking about the last few years, I would say daily meditation has helped a ton. I feel more centered in myself, and when thoughts that I don't necessarily resonate with, like negative thoughts, when they arise, I'm more able to stop them. I also wake up early, so I go to sleep around 9 p.m. and I wake up at 5, and it feels amazing! It's so much done in the morning. My meditation routine, my yoga routine, my affirmations, and my gratitude journal. I get all that done before most people wake up. 1D4 asks, what are your reasons to wake up each day? It's you, fam. I think my purpose, as well as your purpose, is to help the evolution of all of mankind. Corman asks, how do you balance the struggle of working and being financially stable and being a creator and following your dreams? Making the most out of every single hour of your day so that there's no excuses that you're not making progress in some way or another. DK Witten asks, do you find that you and Anna are able to seek inspiration from each other in your individual creative endeavors? She's really doing her own thing, and I'm really doing my own thing as well, so I think we're both independent when it comes to creative endeavors. Hugh Klein asks, how do you decide How do you decide which resources are good/credible to follow? I think a lot of people sort of factor themselves out of the equation when it comes to being influenced. They think that they just have to either totally believe somebody or totally not. And I don't think it's black and white like that. All of the sources that you get your information from, you should only pick out what really resonates for you. Eliza Christina 93 asks, what kind of clothing/fashion can't you live without? A warm woolen scarf in the dead of winter. I cannot go without. Not even for a season. Alaway99 asks, how do I look at my past without filling myself with regret about the many foolish things I've done? I think it's a matter of reframing the situation. For every foolish thing you've done, there's been a reflection about it, and That makes you wiser. Nornia asks, what's the most valuable spiritual ritual you've learned? Meditation, meditation, and meditation. Brenda is Trash asks, will you ever do a cooking video? Perhaps in the future. We'll see what happens. And what is your main motivation for everything? To evolve the consciousness of humanity in whatever way I can, and to heal the world with love, understanding, compassion, and a lot of badassness. Ivy Lively asks, how do you treat people in a way that aligns with your higher chakras and brings peace? Treat others the way you want to be treated. Jackie M. Henry asks, if you could hop on a plane and go anywhere free of charge, where would you go? Tokyo! For the food, for the culture, to visit, ancient sites of samurai battles. 123 Germs asks, how well planned out are your days/week? I don't do too much oversight with my days and weeks, but I do have certain goals every single day to make certain progress on my long-term goals. So I feel like as long as I'm doing those things every single day, it'll add up for the whole week. Guzzle Rim Bod asks, how can I find a boyfriend like you, ambitious, eager to learn new skills, healthy, and self-aware? First of all, thank you very much. I trust the universe will bring us into communion with people who resonate with us, so just be that yourself and you will attract what you emit. Jennifer Autumn Lee asks, if you could go back in time to give advice to yourself, what age would you return to and what would you say? I would go back to when I was 11 years old and I would tell that little boy, when YouTube comes out, make videos like crazy, man. Crazy! Oh, and that girl that you liked for 7 years? Dude, it's not worth it. I mean, it's worth it, but it's not worth it. Masio GY asks, how did you start auditioning and tips on first audition? Well, I created a profile on this website called actorsaccess.com, and then I just started submitting for projects. Tips on the first audition: know your lines, know the character, and just have fun. And that is it for today. Thank you for submitting these questions. It was a lot of fun answering them. I appreciate it. Don't forget to like and subscribe and check out my free guided meditation yonder. Have a wonderful day, guys. I will see you next time. Take care.